A large media throng gathered at Caulfield on Tuesday morning to catch up with Peter Moody prior to Black Caviar's departure for the UK. And she came out modelling her new bodysuit. We asked Peter about that. We caught up also with owner Pam Hawke about her expectations.
Well, we thought it was good enough for Sally Pearson. It'd be good enough for Black Caviar. It's actually an idea from an old foe of mine, John McNair, of obviously the trainer of the Great Haylist. And Haylist had one last time he was down here in Melbourne, and we were quite taken by it. And in taking advice from a vet and my chiropractor, this mare has always been quite susceptible to soft tissue injuries, muscle tears and the likes, and we thought it might aid her in that way. And also the fact that she's going to be standing in a horse box for probably some 30 odd hours en route, and seems to be the done thing with all sports people these days, where they wear skins and tights to create blood flow whilst travelling. We thought, well, what better opportunity to try it on her, and we've had it on her here at home for a couple of weeks, so she's got well and truly used to it. And the company that's supplying them and making them in Sydney have made a couple of special trips down here to fit her up and make sure everything's right, which I'm forever grateful for. And it's a goer, you know. It's certainly something we're going to use.
Can you explain the theory behind it, Pete?
Well, you've probably got to speak to some sports scientists more so than me. I didn't get past grade 10 at Charleville State High, so someone would have better theories than I, but I believe it's just a compression suit that helps generate blood flow, which obviously travelling, as we all know, we all get a bit weary and a bit puffy in the ankles and so on, and she's going to be no different. And when we're travelling, we've got the option of getting up and going for a walk round. She's going to be stuck in a box for 30 odd hours, like I say, so she's not going to have that opportunity to exercise. So anything that can aid her in the travel, you know, we're throwing at her.
Peter, how close to optimum do you think she will be on June the 23rd, given what she's got to go through now?
Well, I think, and anyone with any horse sense would agree, she paraded today probably the fittest she's ever paraded in her life. I've purposely done that for the fact that I don't want to have to train her for the next 2 weeks or 18 days. So she's getting on the plane tomorrow night, the fittest she's ever been in her career, I've got no doubt. If I've got to train her and work her while I'm over there, that's going to be a massive bonus. That means she's got there and absolutely thrived. So basically I've got her at a stage where I think I can taper her for the next 16 or 17 days. Basically she'll need nil track work to arrive in 100% shape.
And how do you think the English will react to it?
Well, there's been a lot of interest. Every morning that I've woken up, there's been 25 phone calls with English suffixes on them, so there was obviously a lot of interest over there, and I think you know, they're really looking forward to seeing her.
And how are you going to cope with that, Peter? Because, you know, you've sort of at times tired about the attention that we place on her here. How are you going to cope with it over there?
Oh, well, I think you know, we'll probably learn about it as we go, but it'll be pretty much the same routine there. She'll be available to the public. She's public property when she's out on the gallops. When she goes into a stable and she's locked away, she'll have her downtime. So we'll try and provide the English racing public with as much of her as we can, but nothing will be detrimental to her program towards Ascot. I've been there and been beaten. It's a long bloody trip home. It's not like driving home from Flemington to Caulfield or Bendigo to Caulfield or that. It's a long way. You don't find a lot of friends on the way home after getting beat. So, you know, it's great to be taking a horse of her calibre to showcase her on a world stage, and it's pretty much like her last 8 or 10 starts. Facts and figures tell you that there's not a horse out there can beat her. So we're going into it with the same approach as we have probably our last 8 or 10. Fingers crossed, nothing goes wrong. She wins.
Pam, simple question, how are you feeling?
Nervous, excited, happy, lots of mixed emotions, a bit tired at the moment. Yeah, sleep is a problem already, and we're how many weeks out?
Yeah. Is that because of nerves, is it?
It is, it always hits me, unfortunately.
Well, what do you make of this? I mean, you roll up here today and you have a look at this turnout by the media. I mean, this is fantastic. This is rock star stuff.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Look, the horse, I think the horse deserves it. She's very special in the world, and I think this reflects the special place that she's having at the moment.
Minister for Racing Dennis Napthine was also in attendance today, and he made a major announcement about a live broadcast of Black Caviar's race at Federation Square.
On Saturday night, the 23rd of June at Federation Square, the government and Racing Victoria are putting on a fantastic event for the people. A free event, the people can come along and cheer and support Black Caviar. The event will be a smorgasbord of entertainment, headlined by Matt Hetherington from The Voice, supported by Tommy Little, the comedian from The Project, and a range of other entertainment. And there will be direct telecast on the big screen at Federation Square, the races from Royal Ascot, including, of course, Black Caviar's race at 12:50 a.m.
Well, that's been the highlights from today's media call at Moody Racing. The stage now set for Black Caviar to take on the world.